Hey guys, Shorewarz here, back with another episode of Mario Kart 8. And today we're taking a look at the Egg Cup 150cc on mirror mode. So everything's backwards again. And I pick up a mushroom here right at the start. I'm actually going to hang on to that since I already missed the waterfall shortcut. And I'm going to give it a shot on the second lap. But what I wanted to talk about in this video, guys, was this DLC Pack 1. And just sort of give my thoughts or my short review on it. In the end, you're ending up with 4 new vehicles, 8 new tracks, and 3 new characters. And that's a pretty good amount of content for one DLC pack. I did feel like that pack was priced a little bit high, but if you get the bundle with Pack 1 and Pack 2 for 12 bucks, I feel like that's worth it because you're getting 16 tracks total. 6 characters and 8 vehicles. So here's my attempt at the shortcut. Epic fail. Into the water. Should have turned left. Anyway, it's a little more difficult on mirror mode when everything's kind of upside down and backwards. But yeah, so I feel like with both DLC packs at $12, that's a fair price, and you know you're getting a pretty good value for that, and it's going to extend the life of this game too. So all of those are good things in my book. Another thing I wanted to talk about is whether or not Nintendo is sort of hinting at future game releases or things that might come out a little later down the line. And the reason why I bring that up is because the Blue Falcon is actually one of the vehicles that you get in this first DLC pack. And also Mute City is one of the tracks that's included on the TRIFORCE, not on the TRIFORCE Cup, on this Egg Cup. So right there you have 2 references to F-Zero, and F-Zero's been sort of missing in action since it was released back on the GameCube. And Sega did a rendition of F-Zero, and it was awesome. It was actually really, really difficult and super, super high speed, and it was really cool. And it'd be great to see, you know, another version of F-Zero in the works for the Wii U, especially now that there's HD graphics and all that good stuff. So hopefully that'll come true sometime soon. Maybe we'll see some news on that at E3. Who knows? I find that with each Nintendo console, there's always a couple must-have games. And usually those games justify the price of the console and the price of the games. And usually it's going to be Nintendo's most trusted franchises. So whether it be a Mario game, Zelda, Mario Kart, etc. Super Smash Brothers. So I think what Nintendo really needs to do is try to develop new franchises. Obviously it's nice to see these games coming out again. I'd love to see another Metroid. We know that Miyamoto is working on another Star Fox for the Wii U, so I'm pretty sure that'll be awesome once it comes out. But it would be nice to see something, you know, new, some new franchises coming from Nintendo, and not just try to rely on third-person or third-party support. Because at this point, Nintendo's pretty much lost support of Activision and EA, which is, you know, unfortunate. But they're gonna have to go and do it themselves now, and I don't think they're in a rush to come out with another console. I'm sure they're working on something else already. But the Wii U will definitely, you know, have some longevity, and I think it'll be around for a while. So, but we'll see. And here we're on the Excitebike track. If you guys haven't seen this yet, it's a really cool rendition of the Excitebike track and the Excitebike remix song, which is awesome. And maybe this is a nice little hint at something that's in the works also. I think Excite Truck came out on the original Wii, and I wasn't too excited about that game. I felt like even though they were trying to come up with something new and different, it just didn't work that well. Overall, the gameplay was kind of weak. Comes that blue shell. I'm actually going to reverse into the question mark block, and right here I get a little lucky. Koopa Troopa's in first place. I'm doing anything I can to catch him, and I luck out, and he hits that banana right at the last second. So I end up getting the win and pull down the 30 points for first place. So into the third race here. We're going to see if I can secure the 3 stars at the end of this. This is another track that's a little crazy on mirror mode, and I'm still kind of figuring this track out at the time of the capture here. But in mirror mode, it's, like I said, a little more difficult just because everything's the opposite now. So that's why I ended up hitting the grass on the lip there just a little bit. Can't have a perfect race every race, but I definitely do try to do my best. Hit a nice little triple jump here. And I'm just using my banana peel as defense. You'll notice that when I get new items, I actually usually hang on to them for a while. It'll just use them right away. And actually, a lot of times I'll just keep an item through multiple waves of the question mark blocks. But another thing I wanted to talk about is Smash Brothers selling 500,000 units in 3 days in the United States, which is rather new news that popped up. That's a pretty impressive number. It's not blowing people's minds or anything, especially up against something like Call of Duty or some of these other bigger franchises. But that's a pretty good, solid number for Nintendo, and I think in the long run it'll help Nintendo make the Wii U profitable for them. I'm sure they're taking a bit of a hit at the moment, just being so far behind in console sales and not having as much third-party support, but they're doing well with their first-party titles with Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Bros. I feel like the HD remake of Wind Waker was well received, and of course, if and when Zelda comes out next year, that's going to be huge for them as well. So I feel like there's plenty of life left in the Wii U still. And I usually play it, just for fun. It sounds stupid to say that, but I play a lot of games on the PC and on Xbox and stuff like that when I play competitively, or when I'm, playing multiplayer games and I'm trying to beat other people online a lot. But I play the Nintendo Wii to have some fun. So that's a big difference. Here's the Mute City track that I mentioned earlier. It's actually a really cool rendition of Mute City here. I love that there's so many boost pads right off the start. And I love the way that the track kind of twists and turns like this. It's cool if you just look up ahead and see how well rendered everything is in the distance. And I'd love to see another F-Zero game. I almost fell off the track right there and get some help from Lakitu. The GameCube version of F-Zero was extremely difficult. I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to play it. There were basically 2 versions that came out. One that was in the arcade and one that was released for the console. And the idea was that you could take your save data from the console version to the arcade, and vice versa, I think. Ultimately, I think the arcade version, because it's a more powerful hardware set, was probably visually more impressive. But both games were actually very, very difficult, and the speeds that you would reach were mind-boggling. It was crazy how fast it felt like you were going, at least at the time. If I look back on it now, if I go back and play it today, I'll probably think that, the sense of speed isn't quite as fast. But at the time, it was pretty impressive. And the frame rate, I think, was probably the most impressive part of all of that. So here I am, second lap on Mute City. I should have just gone straight ahead and picked up that mushroom, and it would have carried me through that dead zone area, but trying to catch Waluigi here. Trying to hang on to my banana peel, and I managed to pass him up with the help of all of these boost pads. And now I'm just kind of holding my lead in first place here. You'll notice I have no coins right now, so I gotta fix that by jumping on this pad here. It's sort of the energy recharge station, or part of the track where in regular F-Zero, you would drive over that to recharge your shield and your amount of energy. But in Mario Kart, it helps you pick up coins really quickly, actually. So that's going to do it for this race. and for this video. I end up finishing with 60 points, and I take down the 3 stars, despite getting beat up a bit by Koopa Troopa. So first place in each track, and now I have 3 stars in every cup on Mario Kart 8 so far until the next DLC pack is released. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at Shorewarz, and I'll see you soon.